Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is YASIR IRHAM bin BASORI. I'm from Unit PISMP Pendidikan Islam Intake 2022-2027 from IPGM Campus TAWAU. In this presentation, I will be presenting my recreational mathematical kits for MTES3378 Task 2 presentations. First of all, I would like to honor Encik Muhammad SHAHBUDDin bin NAWI as our lecturer for MTES3378 Arts and Recreation in Mathematical Education. So first, let's take a look for our recreational mathematical kits. This mathematical kit name is Cake Kit. It consists for activity. Let's take a look one by one.
For the first activity will be Baker's Blueprint. Baker's Blueprint is a grid plotting activity that uses Cartesian coordinate planes to help students visualize relationships and patterns. By plotting points on a grid according to specific x, y coordinates, students can create images, shapes, and patterns. The activity makes abstract concepts in geometry and algebra more accessible and fun by embedding them within the creation of visual designs and patterns. This activity is suitable for student Year 3 that has learned basic coordinates, and the duration would be 20 minutes.
Materials requirement for Baker's Blueprint activity will be 1. Printed grid worksheet. 2. Pencil. 3. Ruler. 4. Pencil colors.
At the end of the lesson, the student will 1. Develop understanding of coordinate planes including x, y coordinate, and axes. 2. Able to label and locate points on a coordinate grid correctly. 3. Use problem solving and critical thinking skills to connect points and create images. 4. Develop creativity skills for students to decorate images. Educational value from Baker's Blueprint. It encourages students to develop understanding of coordinate geometry and dimensional awareness in real-life experiences. The activity also enhances problem-solving skills as students are required to follow coordinates to produce an image. Combination math with art, allowing students to express creativity freely by coloring the revealed image. Baker's Blueprint provides an interactive whiteboard application for teachers to model the plotting process for students. Teachers display grid points and plots in real time to reinforce lessons. The application also provides access to online tools where students can print grid template with pre-designed images to plot.
Lesson plan suggested. 1. Teacher briefly introduces the concept of coordinating grids and how to locate and plotting points. 2. Students will be distributed a printed grid coordinate worksheet. 3. Students complete the assignment by finding the coordinates and connecting the points. 4. Students discuss with the teacher the picture that revealed from the worksheet. 5. Students decorate the revealed picture by coloring the grid in the worksheet. 6. Students check the correct plotting by using QR-based code to reveal the answer sheet.
Now let's take a look on how this activity will be done.
The second activity is Tangram Tarts. Tangram Tarts are puzzles consisting of 7 flat pieces, 5 triangles, variable sizes, 1 square and 1 parallelogram that can be arranged to form various shapes such as geometric shapes, animals, and other designs. Tangram Tarts is suitable for Year 2 to learn basic shapes and duration estimated for 20 minutes. The materials are 1. Tangram sets made of wood with magnet. 2. Metal sheet act as board for magnetic tangram. 3 flashcards containing different tasks. At the end of the lesson, the student will 1. Understand basic geometry shape, its properties, and spatial awareness. 2. To engage to solve problem solving and critical thinking skills while communicating collaboratively. Tangram Tarts encourage students to recognize shape, understand symmetry, and practice spatial visualization while incorporating them with real-life application. Tangram also helps in learning about properties of shapes. In digital integration, Genially is being used to create online Tangram puzzles, provide digital practice with various types of shapes, and assessment for basic shape learning based on Tangram properties. This activity allows students to experiment with shapes on tablets or computers, thus combining hands-on learning with digital interactivity. Suggested lesson plans is below. 1. Teacher explains about how to play. 2. Students create a group for students. 3. Group representatives pull a flashcard from the envelope. 4. Students arrange all the 7 pieces of Tangram to create shape based on the flashcard. 5. The group that has completed the flashcard will move on to the digital assessment and complete all the tasks. 6. Students and teacher discuss collaboratively on what have they learned from the activity.
Okay, now student will take one card from the envelope, and that is a Tangram fish. And so the student will done the Tangram fish according to the flashcard they have pulled earlier. Okay, now let's sit back and watch how they're done. After students have completed the first assessment, first task they have completed from the flashcard, they can turn the flashcard to round, flip the flashcard, and they will see the answer for their task they are doing. And students can also make other shapes, various shapes from the envelope, such as rabbit, goose, house, and cake. This will make them more interestingly to play. After they have done all the Tangram, they can move to the digital assessment in the QR code.
Moving on to the third activity, Kakigami. Kakigami is an origami activity where students create three-dimensional geometric shapes from printed template net of geometric shapes. Kakigami allows students to understand how these shapes from the Tangram tarts can create 3D shapes specifically for cube, cuboid, triangular prism, and cylinder. Kakigami aids in understanding 3D structures, symmetry, and properties of polygons. Kakigami is suitable for Year 2 to learn 3D shape, thus encourage continuity of learning from the Tangram tarts activity. The duration for this activity will be 30 minutes to complete. Materials for this activity are 1. Print a template net of shape, can be downloaded from internet. 2. Scissor. 3. Glue stick or tape. 4. Replica model. At the end of the lesson, the student will 1. Foster understanding of geometric properties and symmetry of 3D shapes, specifically cube, cuboid, cylinder, and triangular prism. To develop abilities regarding spatial reasoning and manual dexterity. Kakigami teaches students about types of shape, propositions, symmetry, and transformations. Origami involves activities such as folding paper and measurement to help students understand the concept of nets and basic shape. For the digital integration, firstly, student make origami based on tutorial on YouTube. Secondly, digital assessment. Kakigami offers digital tutorials via YouTube videos that help students in the making of 3D shapes. YouTube videos guide students in the folding process, allowing them to visualize steps before actual folding. This is essential to reduce mistakes, thus making origami perfectly. Students will then answer a few questions to grasp better understanding of 3D shapes regarding their attributes and type of basic shapes from the digital assessment.
Suggested lesson plans. 1. Teacher briefly explains about basic shapes and 3D shapes. 2. Students in group of 4 will explore all replica models that has been prepared. Third student in each group will choose their preferred 3D shape. 4. After they have choose, teacher will distribute printed net according to the shape they have choose earlier. 5. Students complete the origami by watching YouTube's videos in QR code. 6. Students complete the assessment on digital with their own group. 7. Students discuss with teacher the characteristics of the shape they've choose.
Okay, now we show how to do it. First, student will choose their own preferred 3D shapes they want to use, and they will take out the replicas models and understand all the 2D shapes, and then they will watch the video. Okay, after they have learned from the tutorial, now student will then do the origami. Now let's sit back and enjoy the process. And after they have already solved the origami, moving on to the digital assessments.
The secret recipe is a mathematical diagram activity where students learn addition and multiplication using visual diagrams such as images. This activity related to the kakigami activity. Students collect and calculate ingredients representing through diagrams based on 3D shape they have made earlier. The secret recipe helps students see the relationships between numbers and operations, making addition and multiplication concepts by using diagrams. The secret recipe is suitable for Year 2 to learn addition and multiplication. The use of diagrams making addition and multiplication more accessible and concrete. The duration will be 30 minutes. At the end of the lesson, the student will 1. Understand how addition and multiplication can be represented visually using diagrams. 2. Use diagrams to combine groups of items. 3. Use multiplication diagrams to show repeated addition and groups of equal quantities. 3. Apply their understanding to solve real-world problems involving addition and multiplication. The secret recipe encourages students to explore different ways to solve problems and critical thinking regarding solving basic operation problems, especially addition and multiplication. Students' abilities can also be strengthened to understand and visualize mathematical relationships. This activity promotes group work, building communication skills among students. By integrating digital, the secret recipe helps students to build familiarity with digital tools. The secret recipe offers digital instruction, where all game instructions and game assignments can be displayed in the classroom. This display helps the teacher to give all students the opportunity to try without having to be cramped.
Suggested lesson plans as below. 1. The teacher briefly explains about addition and multiplication. 2. Students in groups learn about all the ingredients of weight requirement for their shapes based on the flashcard. 3. Students must collect all the ingredients and diagrams to match the target weight of their preferred shape. 4th, students calculate all the ingredients from the diagrams that has been collected to match the target weight. Teacher acts as guide for students. 5th, students discuss how diagrams could help in addition and multiplication to understand the problems. 6. Teacher encourages students to share their strategies they found helpful or any patterns to solve the problems.
Okay, to play this activity, first student identify the ingredients needed based on the 3D shape they have chosen during the kakigami activity. Next, they have to collect the ingredients needed to make their 3D cake shape. The ingredients consist of figures such as sugar, flour, eggs, butter, and milk. The ingredients collected must meet the weight target set on the flashcards. Students can use the whiteboard and marker to make calculations. Now, let's sit back and watch how the process is going on. After they have collected all the required ingredients, students can access to the digital integrations to check the answers. And finally, that's all from me. And thank you for your taking your time for listening to me. And I hope you give me a very good marks. That's all. Bye.